Good morning, everybody. My name is Apollo, and welcome to Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, I'm playing this on computer, so I don't know how well it's going to be, considering the original game was on, like, something else, but I really would, like, I've seen other people play this game, and it looks like a lot of fun, so I figured I want to get into it. Because right now, Alright, so there's 3 games, and I believe this is the first one, 2001, 2002, 2004. So this is the very first one. I'm definitely going to play through this entire, like, game. For playlists, I think I'm going to actually, like, go through and, like, set it up by each one. So this is going to be Ace Attorney, Justice, this will be Justice for All, and this will be Trials and Tribulations. But let's play this game. A little bit about this game is that this game is set up in that you're a lawyer. It's not really a lot of lawyer stuff, but you're just in trials, and you have to figure out if you're correct or whatever. Also, I'm playing this on a controller just to make it easier, because like I said, this was originally designed for like the DS or something. Like I don't even know. Don't take everything I say for what it actually is, but we're gonna hop in this, and I really want to play this game because I've seen other people play it and it looks super fun. So. And by the way, this is going to be voices, because obviously there's a lot of characters in this, so. Gasp! Gasp! Blood! Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. So this is even the best part is, we literally just saw the murder, alright? And now we have to defend the actual person who's getting accused of it. And, you know, make them not go to jail for a murder they did not commit. So, August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Ooh, am I glad I made it on time. Well, I gotta say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial like this, off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean you know the defendant before this case?
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over.
Who is barging into our conversation? Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die.
It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me? Nick, who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name's Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. So I'm very mature. I'll start out by saying that. Yes, Butts made me laugh. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just why I'm gonna do it. Another reason why I really wanted to play this game is because it just builds up a lot of tension throughout it. I don't think I'm gonna be doing, like, I don't know, like, how long of episodes I'm doing it, or, like, if I want to do, like, cut-offs, but, we'll figure out as we go along. So, August 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, room number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to secure your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Ugh. Hands shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy. Gonna eat me some of my mom's spaghetti. Eyesight fading. This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, you're absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name.
Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot, temporarily.
I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed on the court record. Just press the tab to check it out anytime, okay?
Cindy. Cindy is the name, so.
Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was, blunt trauma, so hit with a blunt object. She was struck once with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all of my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor, but I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what this object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court evidence. So, statue. Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy.
Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the record frequently. But, so like I said, I'm playing with this controller, so if you guys can see on the bottom right there, like, it will tell me the controls from my remote, so. Cool. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything, unfortunately.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Whoa! Mr. Butts, is it true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what would you describe in generally what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Okay, the victim apparently arrived home from Paris at 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim had a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens? Stop him from answering. Stop him from answering. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof, wins. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I met her, I was going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You were in the victim's apartment the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, or maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer. Shoot. I'm gonna have him answer. No, stop him from answering. I'll send him a signal. Lie, like a dog. Well, see, it was like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that said he can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simples matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Fang Schwartz into the stand. So this is the guy that did the murder. Mr. Schwartz, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Schwartz, you may proceed with your testimony. Please, tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. Witness account. Let's do this. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. It was not 1 p.m. Okay. Can I do anything? The man who was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Schwartz used was one of them. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your proposal.
Electricity in Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. the day of the crime. So, now, Mr. Wright. Okay. So it says that the time of death was between 4 to 5 p.m. This was the murder weapon. She came back. But it was out from noon to 6 the day of the murder? Okay, so that actually lines up. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you examine the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the keys. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there.
Yes, I already found it. It was the time.
First, find the contradiction between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you find the contradiction evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with tab and point out the contradictions in the testimony.
Alright, sweet. Witness's account. I was going door-to-door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Okay, that makes sense. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Makes sense. I think it's strange I looked inside the apartment. I mean, that's something people would do. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quilled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. How would he not have been able to go inside? If he was unable to go inside, how is he able to, like, know that the phone was... So, he didn't touch anything in the apartment. Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay. What happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Okay. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Haha. 1 o'clock p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems rather confident. 1 p.m.?
Right. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
Remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Time of death. Percent. You found the body at 1 p.m. Are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There's nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find it hard to believe. Mr. Shawwitz, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? It's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Okay. So now we have to we're going to go through this again, and I have to find the time. So, time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Ah, but the power was out. Ooh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about your misunderstanding. Aha! Power was out. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may begin cross-examining the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. Yeah, the power was out. Time of discovery. See, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Press. Are you sure it was the television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Go back. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Present. Boom. Power was out. Hold it right there. The production said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Shawwitz? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. But wait, I remember now. Mr. Shawwitz, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These standing contradictions are harming your credibility. That, you see, rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been a shock to find the body. Very well, Mr. Shawwitz. Let's hear your testimony one more time. Once more, please. Alright, hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to a statue the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy, but for trauma, this was the murder weapon. It must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Yeah, I've already found it. Hearing the time. You couldn't have heard the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Okay? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon the killer used to hit the victim. And boom! Wait just a minute. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You, with your objections and your evidence. Who do you think you are? A lawyer. Just answer the question, Mr. Shawwitz. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock I submitted in my statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. If you have any problems with this testimony now... can I look? Even if it's a clock... I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Your Honor! There's some gaping hole in this witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet, the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment, knew the victim. He went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh, yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Shawwitz, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandably, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim, the voice was burned into your mind. That's why you're so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the woman with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Gah! Shut up! I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claim.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Shawwitz's haste was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply examine the clock's batteries, ask the neighbors, try sounding the clock. Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now. Here, in this court. Your Honor, may I have that clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25! As you can see, this clock is actually 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Schutz's heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Shawwitz, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What is he talking about now? While it may seem like a clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. She was in Paris the day before the murder. Paris is on a different time zone. Yes, Your Honor. That means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Shawwitz. I came all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Gah, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. What? There's nothing I can do about it now. What do you mean?
Not so fast, Mr. Shawwitz.
Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, you'll have the proof. Right?
Right.
Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yep, she was in Paris. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you said the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day here. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hasn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Shawitz, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Nah. Oh, okay. Order, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than what we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. Don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and found the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is the only formulate but. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, innocent, not guilty. Yay! Look at that, there's confetti! And with that, this court is adjourned. I like this game. It turns out that Frank Shawitz was a common burglar. He possessed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their home. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Shawitz let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Shawitz grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. And he killed her. Aww. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end with such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy, Wendy's gone forever. Man, gone forever. Larry, she was seeing other men? Never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks. I owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. The murder weapon.
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made it this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she just playing me for a fool. Don't it just make you want to cry? Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she was quite a lot of you in your own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Is that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him.
Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Probably this, like, you know, if she actually cared about, like, didn't care about him, she wouldn't take the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof, proving that you're just worth some chump to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her as she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed the clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to just take traveling. Well, make of what you will. Hey, Nick! I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent.
Actually, I do, because literally before every murder, I get to see who's the murderer.
All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Should we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah! We're gonna go on a date, right? This is a date.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of what you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part, at least.
You'll have to tell me more about this sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Ooh, Mia likes Phoenix. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's great to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon gonna be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end? What? Alright. Let's... A brand new episode has been added. Aha! I did it. Alright. Alright, so... save your progress up to this point? Yes. Save over... How many saves are there? There's 10. Okay. Save over... Save data 1. Sweet. And now... Back. Nope. That. Nope. 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 No. That is actually going to be the end of this episode. So, if you guys liked the video, leave a like. Subscribe to see the rest of these playthroughs, because I've already loved this game. But like I said, if you guys, like, I've already seen people play this, but not, like, that much farther. Like, it's only a little bit, like, halfway into the next episode that I'll know. But then soon, I'm going to start sucking at this game a lot more. So, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!